Moscoso.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final match of the evening. A long day number 2 at the United States Open, presented by UnitedHealthCare. It's actually the UnitedHealthCare U.S. Open. So Dean Bear, Fabio Soto. We got another set of Bolivians, Carlos Keller and Kadim Carrasco versus Sudsy, Monchik and Kane Waselenchuk. That's interesting that it's obviously a Bolivian reffing as well. And I don't think that's going to make a difference here. I mean, the loser has to ref.
He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. So, Dean, after a great doubles match previous to this one, what are you expecting now out of this?
Well, I'm expecting, Sudsy and Kane to pretty much take this game match kind of easily. As a doubles team, I think they're growing. You saw their action against the De La Rosa Beltran in Chicago. This is literally the third time. Kane says, you're not going to serve it to me all the time. When you do, I'm going to rip it. But I think they're growing as a team. This is the third match that they're playing together. I'm expecting growth, and I don't think the team of Keller and Carrasco has enough talent as Kane and Sudsy. And I mean, you look at the talent already. Look at some of the shots Kane Waselenchuk is making. But we shall see. Hashtag just a replay. Big skip. And I mean, from Carlos Keller's standpoint, I mean, I really feel he's maturing. He took out Conrado Moscoso in singles. That's an unbelievable feat right there in the round of 16s. But I guess I'm interested to see if Kadim Carrasco can handle this type of atmosphere. To be honest.
Well, we'll see throughout the match, of course. They are both experienced, Bolivian players. And, all these IRT tournaments that they go to, they play doubles, very, very well. But this is a different scenario, obviously. This is the U.S. Open. This is the championship court. Let's see how they perform against two of the best of all time. Skip is called right there by the referee.
Skipped one in there.
Carlos Keller to the serve. Wow. That shot, Kane hit Keller in the back.
That's got to hurt. Interesting. Short serve. Kane is angry in there already. Now they're double serving Sudsy. This is not I can't say it's a bad idea. Look at Sudsy covering.
Listen, I got to say, that's some good court coverage by Sudsy Monchik.
Agreed. I want to welcome everybody into the chat box. Please like our post, share our feeds. Skipped it in. I mean, if you're Sudsy, you got to know they're going to, I want to use the word pick on because that's, they're going to constantly serve to you. They did it to Ben Croft. That was another ace. They did it to Ben Croft when he was playing, and you got to expect that. I think maybe he called it short. Wow. Oh, it is short, yeah.
Carrasco.
I mean, you have to think really that, Carlos Keller's not going to try to give the ball to Kane as much as possible, but I like how Sudsy's trying to take that return and kind of rip it. You're going to serve it to my side. Well, Kadim better get out of my way or he's going to pay.
Rally best one so far. Kadim Carrasco
punch into the corner.
Listen, he's responding.
You
were questioning right now his regard into responding to this match.
He's living up to the task.
He's living up to it. Fantastic work by Kadim Carrasco.
Short ball. I'll tell you, Carlos Keller must be playing amazing. I wonder the mentality here if you're Kane. Look at that. Serving to the middle to the backhand. Here comes a setup from Carrasco. That was a skip.
Skip ball right there.
That was a
good shot right there.
That was a good shot. Three serves, 5. The head pen scoreboard, high lob serve to Carrasco. Carlito Inteligente. He let the ball go and it hit Kane.
Very smart play by Carlos. That's a veteran move, Dean.
I thought that skipped.
Interesting serve.
Short. I like it. Look where Kane loves to get this high lob from that area. That's amazing. Wow, not a good skip for Carlito.
And that serve has paid dividends to Kane, Waselenchuk, and Sudsy Monchik. It's a soft high lob nick. Very well placed.
Point again. So Kane and Sudsy wearing the black in the service box. The orange is Carlos Keller on the left. Kadim Carrasco on the right. We play 2 games to 15, tiebreakers to 11 if necessary. If you're watching racquetball for the first time, Kane skipped that one. Called it right away on himself like that. You're watching the best player in the world, and his partner, to be honest, was the best player in the world at his time when he was playing full-time on tour. So I think Kane wants more of an avoidable. They're in the way. But he's only going for a little pinch into the corner. I think it's 5-6 or 6-5.
Score right now is 5 serving 6 in the head pen scoreboard. Carlos Keller.
Too much power for Kadim Carrasco.
Listen, that's a bullet right there from Kane Waselenchuk. This is Kane's 3rd time playing today in championship court.
Carlo has to shoot that more. Kane with the backhand. Skipped it in. Point Bolivios. Boliviano?
Bolivianos.
But isn't that the money? Bolivianos? Look at the hands right there. Beautiful down the line by Kadim Carrasco.
Skip shot there by Carlos Keller.
Bolivians. There you go. Thank you. Good pick up there by Carlos Keller. Kane going to shoot this right into the corner. Keller dives and gets it. And still plays it. I like it, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, we talk about it all the time, Dean. Don't leave it up to the referee. You
No.
got to shoot for it.
Kane knew that, to be honest. Kane knows that he don't swing. Maybe the referee says replay, and he would go bananas. So instead of letting the referee make that call, he just takes the shot himself. I'll remind you, ladies and gentlemen, to go to auctionusopen.com. There's an auction going on right now for a whole bunch of excellent material. Look at the hands there by Kane, but can't catch up to it. 2 bounce get. So Rafa House and St. Jude's, we're going to support them. Check out that auction site right there. This is the last match of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Little huddle right there between Kane and Sudsy. Let's see if Sudsy coach Kane right now. Wow, kept alive by Kadim. Not enough there.
Sudsy going front wall, side wall, crack. Amazing. The ref is Conrado Moscoso. He lost the last match, and they ref the next one. I think it makes. That's a nice flat rollout by Sudsy. I think it makes more sense to have Conrado reffing because Roland Keller is Carlos's brother. That would have been a little awkward.
Correct. That is correct. Loving that high lob nick that Kane is throwing to Keller.
He just wants this right there, set up. Much different game, singles and doubles.
Wow.
Right into the. He's just, I honestly, Fabio, he's just so good.
Talk about being
and a
good.
fist bump.
Talk about angles. Talk about wide angle passes right there. Sudsy and Kane getting on their groove here. They're only leading by 2, though.
Well, I mean, I don't think they care if they come out and look at that backhand drive serve. And look at the hands, what a finish. I don't think they care what the score is. Obviously, they want 15 before their opponents. I honestly think that's it. The Bolivians take a timeout. We will too. We'll take a short break and we'll be back right here on IRT Live.
Gentlemen, I want to remind everybody, especially in the lower bowl, you have to have the
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Players are not yet back on the court, but here they come. Want to remind everyone to check out our program. You can download our program. It'll be updated tomorrow. Our program, we're going to get the program. There it is right there. Just scan that
Rob, you have
QR
your pass.
code. And,
Put it around your neck.
and there you have it. You can take a look at our program. That is the U.S. Open program. You want to experience the U.S. Open?
Just so weird, Dean, watching Sudsy Monchik play the forehand and not the backhand. Not getting used to it yet. Half out right there, Karim Carrasco.
Her just reply and email her the picture, and then she'll have it. I don't remember the part. That's easy.
Wow, what a blow
The
by
power.
King. Not much Carrasco and Keller can do about that. Again, that high lob nick from Waselenchuk to Keller.
They thought it was a 2-bounce get, but that was not the call.
The referee did not stop the match.
Seven serves 11. The Head Pen scoreboard. Head Pen is not only the scoreboard sponsor, but the official ball of the IRT. Visit them online, www.head.com/racquetball. Keller comes over to pummel that into the right corner for point number 8.
Listen, Carlos Keller went from front to back, from left to right. He earned that point, Dean, I got to say. Keller to the serve.
It's so unorthodox, that serve.
It is.
So just his windup is so unorthodox.
But look at
Works
that.
for him.
Look at that. First he served Kane. Now he's going for Monchik.
Well, he's going kind of into the corner. Wow, it doesn't get flatter than that, Fabio.
Wow. Now Karim Carrasco on Monchik's side. Is he going to go?
Second server. Out of bounds. That's a side out. Want to say hi to Gage Underwood, staying up late watching his two favorite players. There's nothing wrong with the Thursday night racquetball, especially when it's the U.S. Open. So thank you for your support.
Carlos Keller.
That's a good shot right into the
It
corner.
was fantastic. And I love Carlos Keller, how, calm he is about it, though. Again, we're going to see that high lob nick.
Wow,
Same
another
shot.
one. Gets a little tap on the back from Kane
14
saying, hey,
years
nice
in
shot.
Memphis, 12 here for a total of 11 events here, and that's 25. Hey, bro, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, guys, how you doing? Good to see you. Huh?
Just arrived.
Oh, okay. Welcome. Where's your passes? Are they out at registration? Oh, they closed it? Okay. Where are you guys sitting? What are their name?
It's a skip shot right there by Sudsy Monchik. So 10 serving 11 in the head pen scoreboard. Wow. Bolivians are holding their own against Sudsy and Kane. Wow, that's just a replay. Fantastic dive there by Carlos Keller to keep it alive. Just a replay. It hit Kane. It's a short serve. After a brief exchange right there, the Bolivians are only trailing by 1. So Sudsy and Kane leading 11-10. The headpin scoreboard.
Thought that skipped, but I think it was a good shot.
Good shot right there. Sudsy
If that
Monchik.
makes any sense.
12 serving 10, the headpin scoreboard. Monchik again with that high lob to Carrasco. Wow. Carlos Keller is impressive right now. He's taking the lead from this Bolivian team. 12 serving 10, the headpin scoreboard.
A lot of people from Bolivia watching. I know Matias Sabita's in the box watching. I want to appreciate all the support we get from Bolivia whenever their players are playing. Fabio, they're in full effect.
Perfect.
Skip again.
I believe a towel timeout is called up here.
Mr. Francisco Fajardo. The Zurich Foundation supports the IRT like nobody else. So thank you. If you're in the box, who do you want to win? Do you want the Black Knights or the Bolivians? Going after Carrasco, and he responded with a front wall, side wall winner.
Listen,
Winner.
that shot right there in the right corner just got buried right there by Carrasco. We need to make a statement right now, and the Bolivians need to make a run at this moment, Dean, if they want to keep it in play.
Well, you would think, Sudsy was going, I have to think he was going to go try to at least hit Kadim, even if he's jumping.
Thought he was going to get blasted.
That was a half out right there. So second server. Ooh. I don't know. There's a little incidental contact there.
Incidental contact there, Carlos Keller.
And I don't think the floor was wet. I actually think his foot and Kane's foot got a little twisted. I think he stepped on it, and that's what made him fell. I think it was a little incidental contact.
Fortunately, no one was injured, which is the most important part.
Absolutely.
Really good shot there by Monchik to get them their first game point, Dean.
Yeah, game point opportunity.
What a great kill
Half
shot
out.
right there.
Lander and Murray move on. Second server, second opportunity to win game one. Kane. He's looking at Sudsy. Didn't I tell you to move over a hair?
Just check. Just checking.
Game one in the books.
So game one is called by the referee.
Oh, he's calling a replay.
Calling a
no,
replay.
Hold on. Hold on to your seats. I'm not agree with that call. Say hi to Richie Bear, the legend from Long Island. Kane hits Sudsy again.
He's like, hey, check it out. I got you in check.
$14-10. No, that's going to be a replay. Hashtag just a replay, Charlie Pratt. BP. No, he's watching. Kane, see now Sudsy moving up in the box. That makes more sense. And Kane elects to go the other way with a rip of a return by Carlito.
Wow, Carlos Keller.
Oh, skipped in. Ace serve.
It's a point right there for
Once
Keller.
serviendo 14.
You gotta love it right here. Carlos Keller. He needs to pull a rabbit out of his hat, Dean.
Carlos loves that crack, and he hits it a lot.
Short serve.
Kane's gun was ready to
No,
was ready to go. Short or not short, I thought he was shooting. The hands of the king, ladies and gentlemen. The Super Kane chants out there.
Unfortunately.
Automatic. Unless
No-
you want him to rip his knee off.
No question about that call.
Kane on the backhand side. And a nice reverse pinch.
Wow.
That means right side wall, front wall winner again by Carlito Keller.
Ooh, blasted.
Wow.
Blasted.
Held him off again.
You know, the Bolivians,
And I think this happened in game one when Alvaro and Danny were playing them in Chicago. They had a lead, and Alvaro and Danny came back. I think that's what happened, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but, the Bolivians are just not going to leave it easy for Kane and Sudsy.
Well, if you look at this match on paper, you would think, obviously, that Kane and Sudsy are going to roll them over. But these guys are fighters, and they're playing well. And if they want to, if they have any chance of winning the match, they need to win the first game. If Kane, when he wins game one, he is so dominant, so comfortable. But let's see. What a diving get by by Carlos Keller. Kane says, "You can't get that, Flatty." No way. Woo! Unbelievable shot. There's a winner by Keller. 13 serves 14. Kane off the back wall, dangerous. Front wall, side wall, roll out. I tell you, any chance he gets, he's killing the ball. Timeout. Excellent. Let's look at a couple of replays here, Fabio. Cue them up. Not that one. That's that one. I mean, the
Great hands
touch.
by Kane. That's Keller.
That's a great get right there.
It's fantastic.
I mean, talk about Super Kane. That was Super Keller right there. But what he did, he got it. He set up Kane off the back wall, and Kane flat rolled it. Timeout on the court. We'll take a short break. We'll be back on IRT Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sudsy went right for the crack. Second server. This is a setup, plumb into the corner. Carlito's there. Backhand winner. Nothing better than Sudsy's backhand, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what a way to end game one. To be honest, the fact that the game winner came off the racket of Sudsy is very good way to finish game one for that team. And it's going to give the confidence of Sudsy going in. Not that he needs it, but it's just extremely confident knowing, hey, I hit winners too. It came off his backhand. Amazing.
And not only that, but his backhand, which he has been so famous for all of his career.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's take a short break between times, and we will be back here on IRT Live.
Did you know I was the mommy slam dunk champion?
Really?
Yes, really don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, go to left, fake 'em out. Mama, go up, up, up.
She did it.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but UnitedHealthCare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. UnitedHealthCare.
Uh-huh.
When you don't feel like yourself, trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From prescription medications to finding the things that make you feel better, Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
Over 1 million children are sold into slavery and human trafficking every year. At Rafa International, we exist to combat human trafficking and sexual exploitation for one child at a time. For more information, please visit rafa.org or follow us on social media.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 25th U.S. Open Racquetball Championships, the UnitedHealthCare U.S. Open. We are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are on day 2, quarterfinals, doubles. Sudsy Kane.
One serving 0 on the headpen scoreboard. Another point there.
2-0.
Wow, what a good way to start this match, Dean.
Yeah, I hate that I don't know what other word to use, and I'm going to say confidence again. I mean, these are two of the, to be honest, if there was a racquetball Mount Rushmore, these two guys
would be on it.
Would be on it. It is what it is. I don't think confidence is what they need. However, I do notice, when, like I said before, when Kane wins game 1, he's extremely dominant in game 2. It happened last year in the finals against Moscoso. Game 1 was pretty close, 15-12, back and forth. Game 2 was a blowout. Doubles, a little different. You know, you're not in there by yourself. Point, skip.
You know, one of the things that I'd like to see right now, that shot that Sudsy took, even though it was a skip, like that one right there, it was a good shot. He puts his whole body in that shot, and that's, oh, Carlos Keller missed an easy ceiling shot right there. And, you know, for people who watching, just the fact that he uses, with technique, his whole body just gives him that much more power.
It's torque. What a get by Carrasco.
Whoops.
Point.
3 serving 1 on the headpan scoreboard as Sudsy Monchik goes for that high lob. The technical timeout is called there. Kane will change his racket. If we can see a replay of the situation, that would be fantastic.
Ooh.
Broken string.
I think the frame is broke. Ooh, a lot of torque.
Plenty. Half out right there.
Pinch right to Kane, deadly. Set up. Good get. Ooh, the hands from Kane Waselenchuk.
What drama. Replay. Let's see this quick replay right here. Carrasco.
What a get.
Great effort.
Look at the hands right there. Boom, little flick of the wrist.
There you go.
He rolled that other one.
Keller. Happy camper. 1 serving 3 on the headpan scoreboard. Second opportunity. See how I love this, Dean. That second chance that Keller has to serve. He shoots to Sudsy, changes his side. Wow, great hands again by Kane Waselenchuk, just putting it away. Great touch, tapping it to the front of the court. Court placement, vision.
Set up, Kane, cracking. Beautiful pass. Just so Dudley.
Sudsy Monchik, point. Four, serving 1 in the headpan score. A little advice huddle there. Quick huddle. Waselenchuk to Monchik. Wow, Kadim Carrasco just buried that ball in the right corner.
Pinch that ball over to Kane that way. This is Kadim. That has to not be in his, even in his mind. Oh, it's broken? No, I don't think so. Carlito.
We're at 6 serving 1. 5-point lead, the largest right now throughout this match.
Short.
Got to remind everybody that Carlos Keller and Kadim Carrasco are the current Bolivian
ball.
national champions. So they will represent their country in doubles in the IRF World Championships to be held in Guatemala later this year. Serving one. Point right there. That's a good Caesar by King Waselenchuk. And a timeout is called here on the court by the Bolivians.
Yeah, the game 2 is getting. What I tell you before, Fabio, you know, when they win.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can take.
So there it is. We'll take a break, too. We'll take a short break. We'll be back on IRT Live.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop their whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play it, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
¿Qué tal a todos? Aquí les hacemos la invitación para que descarguen el programa, escaneen con su teléfono este código QR para ver el programa del US Open UnitedHealthCare aquí en Minneapolis, Minnesota. Vean perfiles de jugadores, vean horarios, vean gráficas, toda la información necesaria para estar aquí en sintonía con este evento.
Eight serving one on the headpen scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Kadim Carrasco, Carlos Keller, they can't go anywhere in that court until the game is over, unless Kane and Sudsy call a timeout.
Ooh, that was,
short.
In my opinion,
Porto?
a good serve. I saw a good serve, but
well, you're not the ref, Fabio.
Referee saw it different again. Wow.
The wheels on the bus are coming off, ladies and gentlemen.
The racquetball gods gave justice to Kane on that one. Again, high lob nick to Keller. Skip shot right there called.
Looks like a little chatter. I love the switch, I'm going to pick on the
old guy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he could. Skipped it in.
Wow,
nice little
Keller.
touch right there.
Way to get back on the board here, kill some momentum.
2 serving 9. Let's take a look, Fabio. Deadly when he sets up around. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much power coming off that racket. Nice shot by Carlos Keller. Punto.
So we're at 4 serving 9. 3
9.
3 points in a row there for the Bolivians.
Wow, that was pretty flat by Sudsy.
I think I saw how that ball curved, Dean. Kane, such smoothness
Again,
right there.
what he does with the ball is unbelievable. Sudsy going right for that. Look at the jump. What if that ball went under him? Look at the read by Sudsy. Intelligente. And that's what Kane's doing. Kane's just pumping up his partner. I mean, you got the Bolivians constantly, obviously, shooting towards Sudsy, serving, double serving him. And, Kane's job is to keep his partner right in there. And cambio, he called cambio.
Is that out?
Nice shot by Kadim Carrasco. Half out. Two good points by Kadim Carrasco.
Seems like Carlos Keller is favoring that first serve. Such a
What
wide
a
angle.
pass.
Let's do a replay right here. Kadim hitting the back ball. Perfect.
Back to the action. Diving gets Sudsy. Wow. Very intelligent. What a lot of players do, Fabio, is they're attacking the right side of the court, but when that left side is open, you got to take advantage of it. And what a shot by Carlos Keller. Wow, reverse pinch backhand by Sudsy. Look at that reverse pinch. I mean, he literally owns that reverse pinch with his forehand. It's insane.
Serving 5 now in the headpin scoreboard with Sudsy Monchik. Again, playing that high lob to Carrasco.
Good save, goes back up top.
Okay.
Ooh, skipped it in.
Try to tap that ball at the front wall, can get it. Side out.
So 5 serving 12. We're going to welcome in the newest Hall of Famer. And I have to say, one of my friends, Jason Menino. Jason, first of all, welcome to the booth, but congratulations on this monumental, achievement from you, being, inducted by your peers. It's got to feel good.
It does, and thank you for the introduction. Yes, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic about, being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and especially by my peers. Actually, that's the most important part of it, that it's my peers that brought me in. Yeah.
You did so much for racquetball as a player, as, the commissioner of the IRT. Your passion for racquetball just exudes. Your relationship with Fran Davis and creating, projects and stuff for people to learn how to play this game. Go back to like your first experience on professional racquetball tour. Me and you go back since you're 14, 13. So becoming a professional, what was that like?
Well, becoming a professional is one thing, but the thing that I think most people don't understand about, being a professional racquetball player, being a pro athlete, is the most beneficial thing that happened from all of it is these relationships with you as well, that develop from a very early age. Like, you can't duplicate that, in any, life situation. My first professional, accolades and stuff, it's hard to say. My first tournament, I beat Tim Doyle. He was the number 2 ranked player in the world. I thought that made me special, but it didn't. It was one match, right? So you got to prove yourself over and over again when you play a professional sport. You can't win one match and think you made your mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of relationships, you look at these guys in the black on the court. You have a relationship with Kane Waselenchuk, and obviously Sudsy and you go back to close to diapers. That's what I remember as a teenager is, you guys running around, 11, 12 years old, running around the court. What's it like seeing someone like Sudsy back in the spotlight, obviously championship court? His level of play it's still there.
Well, it's not surprising, right? So seeing Sudsy here doesn't surprise me at all. He's obviously going to hold his own. He's in tremendous shape. He doesn't look like he's 46.
Us.
He doesn't look like he's 46. He doesn't look like he's 46. But there's something I should probably bring up about Kane that I think would surprise people. Last night I was having some drinks with some friends outside the hotel, and Kane just happened to text me, and he's like, "Hey, you in town yet?" And obviously I have a relationship with Kane and whatever, and Kane is pretty aloof, so to speak, from the fans. And so in any case, I'm like, I'm in town. I'm having cocktails next to my hotel, and I'm like, "Where you at?" He's at his hotel, which is not my hotel. I'm like, "Hey, I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow." He's like, "Yeah, I'm sure I will." 10 minutes later, he walks into the bar that I'm at, gives me a hug, and he's like, "You didn't think that I was going to let you be in town for a whole day without seeing me, did you?"
No, that's it. The relationship.
It's a relationship, right? And then, of course, he's like, "You're coming to my 2 o'clock match tomorrow, right?"
At 2 o'clock, you're like, I don't know if I'm up.
I was there.
I know you. I saw you last night, and I know you said you were coming, and we have to bring you on.
Not do you want to?
No, I do, actually. That's a lie. Maybe there's others that don't, but I do. So seeing them play at this level, you said not surprising. One of the things, you've seen Kane playing doubles with Ben, and he swore he would never play with anyone else. But, how can you not choose a partner like Sudsy?
Yeah, well, he wouldn't play with anybody else by choice, right? Like, Ben can't be here.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, obviously, he and I talked several months ago when he figured out that Ben wasn't going to be here, and he's like, what kind of shape are you in? And I'm like,
to you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, not great. I'm like, I'll work it out.
Wow, flat rollout by Sudsy right there.
I go, I'll work it out, but there's got to be better options, man. I haven't played in a while. I don't want to, want to come in half baked, right?
Yeah.
So, and then obviously he's like, now I talked to Sudsy, I'm good. I wouldn't obviously deny the champ of playing with me.
Yeah.
But this is a better option for him, for sure.
Yeah, and these guys they're holding their own, but game 2 is, and you've seen a tremendous amount of play from Kane Waselenchuk. When he wins game 1, he usually cruises in the other game.
Yeah, listen, it's not just Kane. that it's not just Kane. It's Kane, Sudsy. It's the greatest, right?
Yeah.
Like they put their knee on your neck.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's over. I did have a conversation with them when they took a timeout. The last game, I think it was like
it kept going back and forth. They
12-9 or
They couldn't score. Yeah.
And I had a conversation with them. Actually, when I walked by, I go, "Do you want to hear it?" And both of them said yes. Like I didn't insert myself. I said, "Do you want to hear it?" They said yes. And I told them what to do. I told them, "You guys are hitting too many down the lines and cross courts in the middle."
Need the IRT to the stadium court. IRT to the stadium court.
They're being offensive off of it. I said, more wide angles, more pinches. More wide angles, more pinches from the front court. And it looks like they actually did it.
Yeah, well, there's probably a referee issue, and I need to see if this is handled appropriately. So let's take a short break, and we'll be back right here on IRT Live. We're back. Just a little quick thing right there. I think they were questioning the rule of whether they were, if he was out of the box or not. I didn't get the full gist of it. We're having a conversation here with the newest member of the Hall of Fame. Respectfully, Jason, again, from a personal standpoint, when I heard you were getting inducted, A, I was not surprised, and B, I was like, I hope he's here because for what you've done for the game, obviously me and you go back a long way, and when I first started coming around again, it was really nice to see you. So, from the IRT, we want to congratulate you. It's extremely well-deserved.
I appreciate it. And actually, in my speech tomorrow, I am going to touch on the junior regional event we had at my club.
Oh, please don't. That was one of my favorite nights ever in racquetball. No, please do.
I'm gonna.
Again, it's relationships.
It's relationships.
And we're getting to the end of this match. I mean, the wheels are off the bus for the Bolivians right here. I can't see them taking game 2. I just think the play and the mentality of, you said, of two of the, we talk about the Mount Rushmore. Look at Sudsy diving all over. But there's a nice reverse pinch winner.
Yeah, and look, there are debates about who the greatest of all time are, right?
And it's hard to say. You can't say it in any sport.
It's impossible.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but people love to yap about it.
We all get to have our opinions, right?
Correct.
And, there is no doubt that Cliff, Sudsy, and Kane are on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Now, who else belongs there? You could debate about that. Hogan belongs. Right? But who else? Who's the 5?
Does Brunfield? I mean, he started racquetball.
5 is the issue.
I know.
Top 4, there is no debate.
Yeah.
On top 4.
Yeah.
But who is 5 and why? Is it Brum? Right?
Yeah.
Is it Yellen? Yellen won 5, right? So I don't know. That's where the debate gets fishy. But the top 4, it's set in stone. The top 4.
You heard it right there, ladies and gentlemen, from the Hall of Famer. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Bolivians are crawling back. Do they have enough power? I don't know, but we're watching it, and we got a legend of racquetball. I'll call you that because, again, from afar when we were kids, I never would have thought that you and Sudsy would have kind of went to the levels that you guys did. Racquetball was huge back then. There were so many players, the Rubens, just on the East Coast and up in New York.
Yeah, it wasn't the Rubens. It was the Cassios,
yeah.
the Simonettes, the guys.
People you didn't hear of.
The guys you didn't hear of. So it would have obviously been impossible for you to see this coming, but we did.
When I saw, one day I was cruising through Target and I saw a racket that had you on it, and so I'm like, this is insane because there's no way. Something's wrong here. Who's punking me? But it wasn't.
So what's funny about that is when my kids were small, I was still, my kids were 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. I was still playing pro, and my rackets were in, sporting goods stores all over the place. So we were going to buy some batting gloves for my kids, and I'm like, you guys want to see something funny? So I walked them over to the racquetball section, and there's my.
And it was small, the
It was-
racquetball
it
section.
was like-
Yeah.
Actually, then it wasn't.
Yeah,
that
then it
small.
was a little bigger.
And so the boys look, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's you!" I'm like, "Yeah." And the guy comes over, and he's like, "Hey, you looking for a racquetball racket?" And I got to mess with him. I'm like,
Gotta mess with him.
I am.
How do you not, Fabio?
I'm like, "Do you know the guy on the racket? Is he any good?" He's like, "Yeah, he's the #1 player in the world." I'm like, "You ever met him?" He's like, "No, I never met him, but like he plays with this racket." And my kids are dying laughing, whatever. And then finally the guy looks, and he's like,
Hysterical. This is what I love about racquetball. You know, older racquetball players, the stories. You know, like you said, relationship stories. There's plenty, and it's amazing. Wow, what a nice
Great
little
shot.
get right there.
"Great little flick shot."
Let's take a look, Jason. What do you see so far? Look at the power of Kane. And he tracks the ball so well.
Yeah, look, they all track. Kane moves different. He hits different. It's what you could say about every one of the elite players of their era, right? They just look a little different. Now, in my era, we had a couple of those guys.
Yeah.
Named Cliff and Sudsy that moved and looked different.
And you know,
he's just different.
There's debates too. I mean, you know, and some of it's not right. You know, they say that, you know, obviously if Kane never played racquetball, I mean, the accolades Rocky Carson would have would be tremendous, and yet they don't give him any credit. You know, and then there's, well, Kane's good because the players aren't as good. You can only play who they put in the court with you.
That's just a bad argument.
But it happens all the
I'm
time.
not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that's a bad argument. Kane can only play who's in front of him, right? But if you ask him, he would certainly have preferred to test his talents in other eras because of that argument. I'm
Correct.
not saying that
Yeah,
argument's
no.
right. I'm just saying he would prefer that, and that's what makes him special. Like my kids were asking me today, Dad, you ever beat Kane? And I was like, a whole bunch of times. I'm like, I'm not sure anybody beat him more than me. I said, but, and this is the caveat, I go, but when I beat him, you know, most of the times I beat him, he was not in his prime. When he was reaching his prime, I never beat him then.
Yeah.
So then my oldest son asked the operative question, right? You and your prime, Kane, his prime, who wins? I go, I kill him.
Because that's your mentality.
And my son just started laughing because he knew what I meant. I'll kill him, but if you ask him, he'll kill me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it would be a battle of
That's
epic
what-
proportion.
That's what great players do. You know, obviously they're never going to give an inch. And, you know, we grew up like that. And I say it all the time when I see people hold up looking for an avoidable. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I don't think I've ever held up in my life unless I was going to really hurt somebody with a racket.
Yeah.
That's the, but
Well,
with
of
the
course,
ball,
of course. The ball, yeah.
I can't think of a scenario.
Let's take a quick look here, Jason. Look at Sudsy's getting some whip on that racket, too.
And that's the right shot. That's the shot I was telling him about. If you're at the dotted line, hit a wide angle. That's the shot.
Fran says it all the time. I think she learned it from you. Wide angle pass. The
Ladies
shot.
and gentlemen, this is the last.
It is, and I don't know if she learned it from me or if I learned it from her, but it's very obvious. But, you know, going back to the debate, and I like this debate. This debate of the greatest of all time. I like it. Like most people are uncomfortable. I like it. The reason I like it is because it is so wide. There's so many incredible points in there. But there's only a few players that really deserve it.
Absolutely. Jason, thanks for stopping by. I know you want to get back out there for the end of the match. I think it's the end of Game 2 is coming soon.
Maybe.
These guys really climbed up well.
Yeah, maybe it was 13-5 when I got here.
Correct. You might be bad luck
I'm out.
for them. So, again, Jason from the IRT, thank you for stopping by, and congratulations on an achievement well deserved.
I appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Anytime, Jason. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jason Menino, the newest Hall of Famer, an amazing racquetball player. Changed the game a little bit with his lob serve, to be honest. I should have asked him about that. But, ladies and gentlemen, Fabio back in action here.
Perfectly well done right here. Bolivians are climbing back, but Sudsy and Kane in the
Look at
game.
that jump.
Kane missed that shot.
He doesn't miss too many of those, ladies and gentlemen.
I see a little bit of frustration there on the end of Kane. Waselenchuk to the serve. 11, serving 13. Is he going to try for that high lob?
13-11. Let's make that clear, Fabio. A little
13-11.
correction. Check that. Second serve. Good cover by Carrasco. Carlos skipping it in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, match point. The first one coming up for the Black Knights. The Dark Knights. Here we are for a trip to the semifinals. Kane. Set up Kane for the match. Straight in. Whoa. He's got to call that a hint. He's got to call that an avoidable, and he's not gonna. He did, ladies and gentlemen. The match.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kane Waselenchuk.
Unbelievable. Fabio, what a treat. What a day two. What a day two here at the U.S. Open, to be honest.
It was fantastic, to be honest. I honestly think that we had a treat. It was a long day for great racquetball. Just fantastic play by these two gentlemen. And congratulations, Sudsy, Monchik, Kane Waselenchuk advance to the semifinals tomorrow.
They're going to play Landa and Murray. That should be a really interesting match. We're going to start 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're probably going to go on a little earlier. We got the questions for the ref in the morning. 10 a.m. is the first match. We got 10, 11, 12 o'clock is off, so we make sure we stay on time. 1 and 2 is the quarterfinals for singles, but the nightcap, doubles semifinals will be at night, and I'm pulling them up right now. I want to just give you the times. Semifinals, 1, Marin Montoya, 5:20. And then 7:20 is Landa, Murray, Kane, and Sudsy. Now, those times are estimated. There's matches in between for doubles specifically. The first doubles match will be the women's semifinals doubles. Then we'll have a men's semifinals. Then we'll have a women's. So based on timing, we're going to go one right after the other. Obviously, the women's matches will be on the LPRT. The men's matches will be on the IRT. Unbelievable day, ladies and gentlemen. Fabio, what's your take on the day?
Well, my take on the day is we learned a lot of things. And, we saw some amazing matches. Conrado Moscoso out. That was a surprise to many of us. Beltran lost to Rocky Carson in a Centurion match. I apologize. That's an IRT match. And you know what? Some surprises, some not. And I encourage people also to look at the not only singles doubles drop, but the women's side too. So some really good upsets today right there.
Absolutely. So first match is Carlos Keller versus Sam Murray. That'll be at 10. Landis taking on Perea at 11. Portillo taking on De La Rosa. That's going to be a good match. That's a repeat of Sioux Falls finals that we had in, I think it was 2019, I think it might have been, right prior to the pandemic of 2020, I think it was in the beginning. And then Kane will take on Rocky Carson. That's a finals match, a couple of years ago, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to have some treat singles matches. We got 4 of them. We got 2 doubles matches. Total of 6 matches tomorrow. Day 2 is tiring, Fabio. But to be honest, the crew we had, amazing. Big thanks to Javier Moreno stopping by. Who else did we have on the mic?
Kelly
Obviously,
Diesel.
Kelly Diesel joining the fold here. And as always, Pablo Farhe, producing. Kelly producing as well. Want to thank you guys all for tuning in. And make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're right here on IRT Live.